social media, you can get sort of instant reviews of your projects, I think, once they go out to the world. The Arya Stark sex scene was sort of a big discussion once that episode aired. Are you surprised when a moment like that becomes a social media moment?
It's interesting. I've kind of chosen television because of the quality of the material that I'm offered. Not being a writer, so I've turned a lot of features down. And the one thing you don't get is you don't get the box office. You don't get the reviews all the time. But when I did the Reigns of Castamere episode, The Red Wedding, that was an episode that once I finished it, people had compiled together their reactions to the end of the episode. And it's quite something to see that what I was doing was affecting people in that respect. People jumping up and down their couches and screaming and yelling and crying, and it was really quite powerful and something that I felt like, I guess I did okay. You know, when you get some things like the coffee cup on the table or something, you know, that's just a mistake that she ordered herbal tea, and she got coffee, so I guess that was a mistake there.
What did you feel when you saw that people spotted that coffee cup in that episode? What was that like for you when you saw that become a meme?
Well, I don't know. I think the show is so damn perfect in many respects that people love to find the blemishes. It's just a little, you know, non sequitur that doesn't really mean or matter anything at all.
It's a good sign that people went through frame by frame
Yes,
to find that coffee cup. You
Absolutely,
know?
yes.
Totally. So are you told the story arcs for everyone through the entire season, even if you're not directing?
Some of the stuff I wouldn't want to know because I think it made it much more clear for me to tell a story from that perspective of the character at the time it happened. I didn't want to read what happened to Jon Snow in season 6, so I never knew how that ended. So I was at a fundraiser with President Obama at Chuck Lorre's house one day, and they were all excited I was there because that was like when they were showing the last 2 episodes of season 5. And you take the picture with the president, he takes my hand and shakes my hand and says, "You didn't kill Jon Snow, did you?" And I said, "Yes, sir, he's deader than dead." you kill all my favorite characters. So it was a situation in which I didn't lie to him, but the next season people came back and said that I lied to the president. They were going to the IRS to come get me, but fortunately they didn't. This year on Game of Thrones, and I've had this before with the shows, people's deaths, their last scene. And to me, that's such an important thing, is that making sure that they feel comfortable with it. And I would always go to them and let them know this is the one, this is the angle, or this is the whatever we're doing, and I'll keep doing it until you feel comfortable, because it's too important. Because they have to walk away feeling that they contributed to that. I heard a story once that acting is standing in front of a crowd, naked and turning around very slowly. And it really is that. And it's a situation, if they fall, you have to be there to catch them. You know, because so much of the time anymore, there's so many monitors and so many layers between actors and directors and so forth. And I always like to get up there as close as possible so that they know that with everything that's going on, they're still the center. Because without them, they're nothing.
David, how about for you? Did you have to fight for anything you really needed to make your episodes of this final season?
For Game of Thrones, as far as fighting is concerned, it's been a great experience not to have to do that, which is fun. And also, too, I like limitations sometimes, because limitations helps me build a world. Because if you have no limitations, then you've got nothing to grab onto. I like to have limitations, and to me, they'll say you can do this, this, and this, and then I say, okay, how do I play in that sandbox? I can figure out how to do that in that way. If I may need to change something or adjust here, or let's spend a little more money here, let's spend more time here, this seems more important, this isn't as important. I can do this in less shots or whatever that may be. So you're always balancing that no matter what you're doing.
What is a movie or a TV show that you feel like any aspiring director should see?
I would say The X-Files. Because it was really the first show of its kind that dealt with extreme possibilities out there that people didn't really realize was possible. And setting in a real world tone, which I thought was really well done. And it was just the look of the show and the tone of the show was something that I thought was a real pioneer.
Jean-Marc?
TV show, I would say Soprano, and Mr. Here directed.
I was about to say that.
Soprano.
Definitive.
That's
It's
so
like
true.
how to create the best character-driven, emotional-driven TV series where you get in and you're sucked into it and you love the characters and you're not supposed to love them. They're ethic. They kill people.
But he loves his family. and he loves his people to care for him.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller.
I'm Ava DuVernay.
I'm Patty Jenkins.
I'm Adam McKay.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching The Hollywood Reporter.
The Hollywood Reporter. The Hollywood Reporter Roundtables.
Roundtable on YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.